Hey guys, good talking to you tonight. Glad that the last video on how to play internet videos helped a little bit. As we were talking about earlier, there are typing tutorials that are online that are a pretty good price. Actually, the best price around, and that's free. The best one I have found is called typingweb.com. In order to get there, you'll need to pull up your internet browser, and whenever you pull that up, it should come to your homepage, CenturyLink.net. Here in the Google bar, you can either type in typingweb.com or you can enter it in the URL bar. Either one will get you there. So here's the site, typingweb.com. It is free lessons, games, certifications on how to use a keyboard. What you need to do when you first get here is come to the center of the screen, this big white button that says Start Typing. Click on that, and it's going to say, please log in. I've already registered, so it already remembers my username. I'm going to go ahead and click off of that. Since this is your first time at the site, you'll need to go over here where it says do not have an account. No problem. Click on register now. A registration window will come up, and this is where you'll need to put in a username. So I'm going to try to register again. Alright, it already has that username, and that comes up in red, so I need to give it another shot. Okay, so that works. Once you get a username that's not taken, then put in a password. Confirm the password by typing it in again. Now here's where your email address is required. So this would be your hurleynance70 at CenturyLink.net. Country, your birth year. This is just so they can keep demographic data of who's using their site. First name, and then your main typing goal. We're going to go with increased speed and accuracy. I really recommend at this point that you each create an account because it's going to have multiple lessons and it's going to keep track of what you're doing well and keep track of what you're not doing well and help you work on the areas that you need a little more improvement on. So if you both have an account, you can have separate track records and it'll help you individually. If you're trying to use the same account, I'm afraid that it might not work as well. You won't be able to keep track of your progress. So just go ahead and set up separate accounts. And it might require that you need a specific email address for that second account. If that's the case, give me a call sometime this weekend and I'll walk through setting you up a second email account. It's not a problem, very quick, very easy, and it's a simple solution to getting a second account here on Typing Web. So once you have all your information entered, click register. It's going to validate that everything you said is correct. And then it's going to show up and pop up an offer. It says $5 on typing certification. This is one way the site makes money. Just in case you are needing certification, it offers it to you, and this is kind of like their ad. But if you look here, it says no thanks, I'm not interested in this one-time offer. Click that, and it takes you straight to the lessons. What you need to do is start at the beginner course each time, and the first lesson talks about the home keys. It's going to tell you where to put your hands, how to use your hands on the keyboard. And so to access this lesson, we're going to click where it says Begin. And it's over here on the left or right hand side of the screen. So click Begin. Alright, it says Loading Lesson Content. While it's loading, I want you to just take a quick notice that there's a timer up here, a words per minute counter, accuracy, and don't let these really affect you. Just keep typing and these numbers will improve with time. Also, if you look here, here's your left hand, your right hand, and whenever the actual lesson starts, it's going to tell you which fingers to use and how it corresponds on the keyboard. Okay, so now that the lesson is started, it says home row keys. When you're starting off with the home row key, and it gives you a little description. And so click Begin Lessons. And the first key that you're going to be hitting is your J key. And if you look over here, the right hand, there's some green circles on the right index finger. And there's a green outline around the J key. That means you'll take your right index finger and hit the J key 3 times, and now if you look, it's at a space, denoted by space bar here, a space here, and then the little green circles on your thumb. So use your thumb, press the space bar. Now that gets you up here to where you're now in the F section. If you look down at your left hand, over here on the left side of the screen, the green circles are on the left index finger. Hit F, F, F. Now it's back to space, space with your right thumb, and now you're back to your J's. So do that until you get the hang of the F's and the J keys. Now right now we haven't missed one yet, but say instead of hitting F we're going to hit D. Well, it comes up and shows a red block. No worries, just keep pushing on. And now at the end of each lesson it'll come up and tell you your words per minute, your accuracy, and the time that it took. It'll also tell you what problem keys you have, so what ones you might need to work on. At this point you can retake the exercise so you can get more practice, or you can continue to the next lesson. And you can do this until you work through all the lessons. Say you're ready to take a break, and you can go back to the course main screen. That's when you come up here, kind of in the top left hand corner, and it says courses. You can click that, and it'll take you back to the home screen. So when you log in, you'll see beginner's course, 1% complete, and we've done 8% of the home row keys lesson. So it really keeps track and progress, and that's why I was saying earlier that you'll probably need 2 accounts, one for Mama and one for Pawpaw, just so that you can each kind of keep track of where you're at in the lessons. I think if you do one, it's just going to be a little more difficult. Once you work through the entire beginner course, then you can go and do intermediate, advanced, specialty, etc., and then they'll be calling you at the community college to come up there and teach. So sounds like a pretty good idea to me. What we'll do now is log out by clicking this button here in the top right hand corner. Click log out, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to log out? Yes. Okay, the reason we're doing that is so that we can go through the login process again. So go to typingweb.com. Homepage comes up. Click start typing. Okay, it's going to ask you for your login. This is when you enter the login that you had the last go round, that you registered. So you enter your login, put your password, and then click the login button with your mouse. Now it's going to load your lessons. And if you look, it says, hey, you've already done 1%. You've done 8% of this lesson. And when you click continue, it's going to start where you left off. So that way you don't have to go back and do the same lesson over and over and over. But for some odd reason, if you do want to do that lesson, you can. You can always go back. And you can go back Alright, I'm trying to figure out how you can go back to previous lessons. Alright, to go back to the previous lesson, say you're on number 3 and you want to go back to the JJFF lesson, just click Home Keys, and it says, are you sure you want to restart this lesson? Click yes. It's going to go back through, show you an advertisement, just wait a couple of seconds, and then come down here where it says skip this ad, skip it, and then you can begin all over again. So it's pretty straightforward. Shows your right hand, your left hand. The finger that you're using for the key is going to be illuminated with these green circles, and the corresponding key that you're supposed to press is highlighted in this green outline. And so just kind of follow where it says your fingers need to be on which given key.